Well, hello again, and welcome to episode number 5 of Ball, Bucks, and Beards. I almost always mess that up. Never thought we'd do 5, but here we are. And I guess last week's coach was pretty good. We had how many views?
We're hovering right around 700, so it's pretty good. Thank you, everybody, for sharing it on Facebook, liking it, and we are actually over 100 subscribers on YouTube right now, which is kind of a big deal.
We're overachieving.
So Thank you, guys. Keep it up.
Absolutely.
We do want to give a shout out. We have a sponsor for this week's episode, SEMO Fence and Deck, ran by Jared Dutton. So you guys check him out for all your deck and fence needs.
Yeah, what's that diamond commercial? You should have went to Jared. Well, just go to Jared to start with.
Is that something about a ring?
That's classic.
Yeah, that's something about a ring. You never seen that commercial?
You ain't been shopping it.
No.
Easy. Okay.
Stop it.
Hey, but yeah, check out SEMO Fence and Deck, Jared Dutton. A lot of people around here have been using him for building decks, so check him out.
We have also got Coach's Beef, who Gene Decker and Stephen Deckard and Naylor are. We're going to give away some ammunition next week.
Yep, we're going to give it away this week.
Well, we are.
Yeah, we are. We're going to whoever likes, shares, comments, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to enter you in a drawing, and we're going to select a name out, and he's donated a box of ammo a week. So we're going to stick with that for the next few weeks. So we already got the ammo, so
yeah, we're good.
It's pretty
to go.
good stuff, all different calibers. So if you guys get a chance, go to Coach's Beef Facebook page and give them a like. They said something about giving away a gun.
Yes, they were trying to get over 2,000 likes, so go to their Coach's Beef Facebook page and share, like, and follow it.
And they're not far from 2,000 either. No. I looked on there. They're just a few hundred.
If they get over 2,000, they're going to give away a Ruger 1022.
That's awesome.
So that's good. T-shirts. Let's talk about T-shirts a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the order open till Monday on T-shirts, so you can still go to that link, and we'll put it on the Facebook post this week too. Right now, we got about 40 shirts that are pre-ordered, so we're gonna let that stay open for a few more days, and then we're gonna get those ordered. So
I really do.
We got what's it called? What'd you say? The merch.
Merch line.
The merch line.
Merch line has dropped.
You're so trendy, Jimbo.
I know.
We got a special guest today, Brett Reed. How is it hanging there, Brett?
That's great.
Dynamite lead in there, Monty. Dynamite drop in, Monty.
You're going to have to give up the Monty stuff because nobody knows what that is, by the way. Bobby didn't know it either.
Okay.
But we got a good show. It's going to be good today.
Now, this is one of my first ever podcast I've been invited to, and to be on Scrubs, Jakes, and Snakes is just been a been a dream.
Somebody of your caliber, I can't believe you ain't been on a podcast somewhere.
Not one.
What the heck?
High class as this one.
Well,
that's right.
Welcome to the big show.
Yeah, this is the big leagues, buddy.
And we are going to big league you today too, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed. I waited up there at 21 Junction.
By the way, the camera's right there if you want to look. You're looking everywhere.
Okay.
Here we go.
The roasting begins. Yeah. No, I waited up there at 21 Junction for Shane Talbert, my escort into town. I figured, you guys would have that. But
well,
at least you don't got to sit on. You don't got
communication. I'm sure.
You don't got to sit on those books that Bobby had to sit on.
Yeah,
we got a better chair.
So before we just absolutely take the gloves off, because we're going to.
Right.
Coach is probably going to have to referee because fisticuffs probably are going to break out.
Oh goodness!
But first of all, I'd like to, congratulations on all the success you've had. You've won 4 state championships, which is unbelievable. And he's got his rings here. And so if you see stuff flying through the air, it's me throwing his rings. 4 state championships. How many districts? 12, 13?
11.
11. Yeah. 11. You went to the Final Four another time. And so we're happy to have you here. We're going to get into that tradition and culture a little bit here in a little while. But welcome, and I guess we're going to talk a little current events. I hear the train coming.
Yep, it's coming around the bend. It's getting close, too.
Trump train.
Yeah.
Big election.
Big election coming up. Lots of crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
They are just burying themselves right now.
Well, our point guard, Maddie.
Yeah.
You know, she's got a theory on the hurricane.
Boy.
You want to talk about it?
I don't know it. Is that the something about lasers controlling?
Man-made weather.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm buying that one.
I'm gonna have to research that a little bit more. But
well, they're definitely not helping out very much. And this is a true story. I'm gonna tell it, and we can move on.
Okay.
Remember I told you my brother-in-law lives in North Carolina, right outside of Asheville, and all the worst stuff imaginable. It's like a third world country right now. And anyway, FEMA is there, big time FEMA, who by the way is gonna help you. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So they got one person in their like little community. They live off the grid, and he gets the truck and trailer, and he's gonna go get water for like the whole little, I don't know, 10 houses that's around there.
Right.
They would not load him up with water because his truck was dirty. Swear to God. And then they had some generators sitting out there, and he goes, well, what about a generator? We can haul a generator or something. He goes, no, we're not allowed to give those out because they're not OSHA or FEMA approved. And said, well, what are you going to do with them? We're going to destroy them.
Yeah.
Truth, that's a real thing. That's not made up. That's not a Twitter story. That's a real thing that's happening right now in our country, which is absolutely just mind-boggling.
I would ask Brett to comment on that, but I doubt if he has TV because that would cost some money.
I'm paying Elon $120 a month for my Starlink these days.
Oh, okay.
I'm big time now.
Well,
on the ranch.
You win 4 state championships, you get Starlink.
And Maggie finally approved.
Well, Maggie is the glue of that family, of your team.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
By the way, where is Maggie at right now?
Yeah, rumor has it you would not let her take off work today.
She needed to work. I mean, we work hard around Hartville. We had to have her there.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah. You're killing me.
Bless her heart.
Some sports. Chiefs 5-0. You want to say Pachinko again there? Pacheco.
Whatever. Who cares? He's fast.
Yeah. DHS football, 4-1.
4-1. Put it all over East Prairie.
Rolling.
They didn't even score. East Prairie didn't even score.
Really?
Yeah. So
we've got
softball seed just came out. I think we got underseeded. We got the four seed.
Yeah, they're good.
And that's up at Lutheran South. And they're playing pretty good right now.
Yeah, they played well yesterday. Sorry about the
sorry, Brett.
butt kicking we gave your Hartville Eagles yesterday, but
Your girls look good yesterday.
well, thank you. And then OFC baseball tournament starts Monday. I think we're the 3 seed.
Yep, got a pretty good seed right there.
Play Naylor in the first round.
I don't remember what time that is. 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock. It's on the Facebook page, but
And the volleyball starts their district week after next. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So lots of fall stuff going on right now.
So let's get into hunting a little bit. Last week's recap. What have you seen since last week? I know you went to the Double F one late afternoon and was going to scout a little bit, and you had to call me 3 times because you got lost.
Yeah, but by the way, maybe Brett can help, but so far, I think you're the worst person at giving instructions of where something is, like in my life. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Can you help me out on that? It's like, it's around here. There's kind of a turn to the right, but don't take that one. Keep going. It's the next one.
Yeah.
And
I've been down. I've looked for stands on opening day many times.
yeah, I
with
got
his
stuck.
directions.
I got stuck back there on some logging road in my truck, and I had to go out backwards, and I was getting mad. So if you see a lot of saplings tore down out there, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, Brett doesn't know where too many stands are out there because we usually stick him in the same gar hole every year.
There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt.
He doesn't even come anymore. Yeah.
Well, he's got his own place, Jimmy.
Well, he hunts on the fort, don't you?
Yeah, I hunt Fort Leonard Wood some, and then hunt at Hartville. Got the ranch there, the 95-acre ranch.
Oh, yeah.
Reed Ranch.
Reed Ranch.
Which, by the way, we'll never ever be invited to
Is
hunt.
that the one that
Bo killed probably the first deer off Reed Ranch in 2015. Has not got an invite since.
Yeah, and then Dr. Mike comes up about 2 or 3 years later and kills a 150.
Yeah.
So I just don't invite anybody up anymore. Every time somebody comes up, they kill one of the big ones.
Yeah.
didn't Maggie kill one?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes, she sure did, Coach. She
Dynamite drop in, Monty.
Yep. She got old Limpy last year. I was away at Fort, hunted him for about 3 years, pretty hard. And Yep, got the.
She
got
shot him off the
got
front
calls.
porch. Was it off the front porch or
Yep, last day of gun season.
Yes.
She shot him about 100 yards, pretty much in the backyard. After I
And
had him.
rumor has it you were mad at her over that.
Oh no, I was so happy for her.
Yeah.
I mean, I was elated
That seems real
Yeah.
genuine.
that she killed a big one.
So, did you see anything this week bow hunting?
No, I didn't. But
It's Lowell.
yeah, it's
lull.
they're lulling, they're lulling right now. But my cameras are going absolutely stupid. Like I think there's bucks chasing
There
does,
is
which
bucks
is
chasing.
weird.
It's
Scrapes are opened up.
I think
It's-
there's going to be a nuclear disaster or something because the bucks are like 3 or 4 weeks ahead of schedule.
well, I think a doe can, come in a little
Well,
early.
no, it's not just one person you talk to. Everybody you talk to seeing mature bucks chasing does.
Well, that little cool snap we had, I think that got them all jacked up, and they're just running all over the place. And of course, it's got hot again right now, so it's kind of
Right.
a little bit dead. But it's about to get really, really, really good. Next week, there's supposed to be a cold front come in. It's going to be like in the 30s next Wednesday morning. So it's about to get ignorant out
it's
in
gonna
the deer
get,
woods.
It's going to get fun, and I can't wait. I saw a bobcat. That's my whole last week hunting. One bobcat.
Gesundheit.
Allergies killing me.
That's yeah. You know they do make medicine for that.
I took one this morning.
Good gosh, could you got that over with before you got on the podcast?
I've been holding it for 10 minutes.
Well, I mean, my God. Look, you're on the big show now, okay?
Sorry, guys.
We're almost live. We don't even edit this. It
Yeah,
just
we
goes
just,
Jake
we just
straight.
roll.
Lock
Come
it
on,
in.
focus.
Just roll with it. So I guess before we get into the actual roast fest,
Oh, we're not there yet.
No,
no,
it's-
oh,
no,
no,
oh,
no,
no. It
oh
ain't.
no, oh no. We
This
just
is the
figured-
most highly anticipated show so far,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to go out on a limb and say we're going to get about 800 or 900 views on this one because
Yeah.
everybody's been saying, Brett, we can't wait until Brett shows up.
because they know we are going to roast him.
Yeah, so I thought
And we
about I
are.
might need to sit in the middle today to kind of keep you two from
Yeah, that's
going to the dirt.
That's very possible, especially since he brought his rings. That makes me mad. He doesn't
That
bring
was
them.
a
He does
classic.
not bring them to the double F because he knows where they will go. They will be thrown up on the roof.
I don't let you touch them, though.
Yeah. So before we start the actual roast fest, really, Coach and I have talked about this before. You know, when I got to let's talk coaching a little bit. You guys
Okay.
want to talk coaching a little
Yep.
bit? When I got to Donovan in 1995, I was fortunate because Coach Joplin had been here and they had tradition.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to start tradition. And Coach Epps did. When he got here in 2000, what year was it?
What was it, 18, 19?
Yeah. The Donette tradition was gone, and he has had to build that back up, and he has it.
Yeah.
It has a great culture and a great tradition right now. So, you know, you won how many games?
360 something.
Yeah. Well, he knows.
Yeah.
I really do.
Do you know a coach that don't know how many wins he has? No.
72.
300 and what?
No, 72 losses. That's how many. That's what I know for sure.
How many wins?
360 something.
Okay, so you've been to you've won 4 state championships, had 11 districts, all that success. So tell us about your situation when you got to Hartville compared to where it is now, and just tell us. Obviously, the culture and the tradition is great. Obviously,
Well, I watched him at Summersville too.
yeah, you had some good teams.
And
at
he had a
Summersville.
really good squad. I mean, I remember I was right in the middle of all that. That's kind of where I guess is that where you started?
Yeah, I was at Summersville for 2 years, and that's kind of where I was a rookie getting my feet wet there. But yeah, I had two good years there, and then of course got the job at Hartville. When I got there, they'd won 6 games the year before, but they started a bunch of freshmen, and so they were sophomores then. We had a little more success, obviously, but Hartville's always been a place that's had great tradition in boys basketball just over the years. You walk into that gym and, you know, there's banners on the wall from districts and Final Fours. And hadn't won a state championship when I got there, so it was nice to kind of get over that hump. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that I turned the tradition around necessarily. I think I just got it back to what it used to be.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about. I know you still have the Hartville Crazies.
We have the Hartville Crazies, yes.
Tell us what that is.
So it's like Duke's Cameron Crazies. We just got a student section. Kids sign up for the Hartville Crazies. They get into the games for free, and we have a different theme each night. And they dress up, and I think you guys got something kind of like that here at Doniphan.
Yeah, we have the Woo Crew.
Woo Crew. Yeah.
Woo Crew, yeah.
Yep, and they're a big part. You come to Hartville to play on a Tuesday or Friday night. Gym's packed. It's a tough environment to play in, and that's credit to those kids for sure.
So I know all 4 of those state championships had to be special, obviously. Well, no, I don't know, but
Stop it.
Coach, I'm counting on you to
Come on.
help me know
Now,
here.
you
But
guys don't know, but that's okay. We'll talk about it.
yeah. So does any one of the 4 more special than the other? So what years was it?
So it was 2016. That was the first one. And Paul passed away that year
Right.
in January, and just kind of felt like that one was for him. And then in 2019, Doobie passed away, and we won it that year. Next year, luckily, nobody passed away,
Yeah.
But we went undefeated, and that was pretty special. Just go through the whole year undefeated. We played in the Tournament of Champions, Bass Pro Tournament of Champions, that because of COVID was cut back a little bit. But we beat Kickapoo, who won the Class 6 state championship. So
Right.
that was a really special team. And then, of course, this last year after Mom passed away, and our starting point guard, went down in December with a torn ACL. And so to be able to win a state championship after all that, I mean, this one, the most recent one, seems the most special right now.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take the gloves off.
But before we do, we want to thank our sponsors again.
Absolutely.
SEMO Fence and Deck. So you guys need a deck or a fence, check out Jared. Also, just a reminder on the Coach's Beef ammo giveaway we're going to have. You got to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then
Follow
also comment on our post as well. And he would appreciate if you guys would go to their Facebook on Coach's Beef and do the same for them. So get entered in, get you a box of ammo. So, all right, let's get it on.
Okay. So I guess the first thing we need to talk about
Is the shot clock.
is the shot clock.
You guys got time for this?
Yeah, we got time.
Well,
We're at,
we had to do the abbreviated
hang on,
version.
We're at 18 minutes. We're good.
Well, okay,
So
Do I get to start?
no, we'll
Okay.
start.
we'll start.
Sorry.
So-
Veterans.
Coach and I are obviously for the shot clock. We like to play. Coach likes to play fast, and I don't think it's going to affect
People kind of like to watch it fast, and kids kind of like to
Yeah.
play it play it fast.
Play fast without a shot clock.
Huh?
You don't have to have a shot clock to play fast.
Yeah, but I've always kidded you and said, I'd hate for your kids to have any fun on offense.
Well,
It's got to be a lot of fun for them running into Princeton and making 15 passes before they shoot it.
well, Jimmy, I mean, winning's fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I've got my pockets full of state title rings if I need to bring those out and show you how much fun we're having up there.
3 words for you. You know what they are? Easy.
Wait a minute, we gotta keep
No,
PG.
it's family
PG.
friendly. 3 words for you.
Yes.
Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
boy, here we go.
What's the qualifications to get in the Hall of Fame?
I think you just have
barely
to-
breathing.
Yeah, you just had to be old. You got to be old.
But I like the shot clock in all seriousness, just because, especially like on the girls' side of it, it forces them to have to make a basketball play. It forces them into those. You got to create for somebody else. You have to do basketball actions, because on our side of it, a lot of times, they don't know how to play. I mean, they don't pick up and play all the time in the parks and stuff like that. So it's, unless a coach creates something for them, sometimes it's a struggle. And I mean, we're not like that because we got a few that can go and create plays, but
Right.
it kind of makes everybody have to be a basketball player. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kind of forces you from 30 seconds, 35 seconds. If you haven't got a good look, take a bad shot. I mean, that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah,
Go
it's your
for
turn.
it.
It's
Okay.
your turn.
I can talk about the shot clock a lot.
Trust me, we're fixing to just really ramp it up here. So you get your little time in right now.
All right. So as I've coached over the years, I have started to play, or based on our personnel, we play a little bit slower. We're not stalling. We're running the Princeton. We're trying to score away from basketball. We started doing that to limit possessions because at the Class 2 level, we play one of the toughest Class 2 schedules in the state. So we're playing the bigger schools. we can't compete with those guys depth-wise and in a high-possession game. We're just not going to be able to win those games. So that's why I started doing that. However, talking about the shot clock, I had my assistant go back and look at last year's tape. And I was like, I want to know how many times Hartville, who probably plays the slowest, right, is going to break a shot clock in a game. And then I want to know for the whole season. And on average, we would break the shot clock 2 times a game. And a lot of those, we're in the quarters where we're trying to take the last shot.
Right.
And so I guess my question on the shot clock is all that, we're going to get a shot clock, and it's going to, talking from a coaching standpoint, and I'll lead into the administrative side, we're going to get a shot clock based on something that's going to change 2 possessions a game. We're going to spend the upfront costs, which you said, somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 to get the clock. We've got to hire another table worker, find somebody else to work, and pay them. At Hartville, we still use 2 officials for every game. We don't use 3. So we have to hire.
For Pete's sake. What in God's
Golly,
name
Bill.
is going on?
Golly, Bill.
There's a lot of small schools that still use 2 up there, and it may be because we don't have enough in the association. So official shortage, got to hire another official.
You can get
So
away with a few more things with 2 refs too, can't you?
All of this, what are we talking about? We don't foul.
Welcome to the game.
But anyway, I just think that all that extra expense, hiring an extra worker, all for something that's going to change 2 possessions a game for us, and probably wouldn't change a single possession a game for somebody that's going to play faster.
Right.
I just don't see the need. And I realize that there's states around us that have the shot clock or that's implemented the shot clock. But Illinois is going to vote blue. That don't mean Missouri's going to vote blue. You know what I'm saying?
For Pete's sake, here
gonna
we
vote
go.
they're gonna vote for
Bring
Kamala.
Trump into
We're
this.
not-
Don't. Here we
People
go.
listen.
It's about to get
I
wild.
heard the train coming a while ago.
Holy cow.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at on the shot clock. And then I truly believe you look at the polls from Misha, okay. I don't think that our schools are favorable of the shot clock. As a matter of fact, classes 1 through 3, 76% of the schools do not want the shot clock. The basketball advisory committee wants the shot clock, and I got a lot of friends on the basketball advisory committee, but they're mostly made up of bigger schools, okay. And
I was on that, Brett.
yeah, I know. I said I had friends on there.
Okay.
But I guess what I'm saying is, they're made up of bigger schools. The cities and the rural areas don't have the same probably ideals as far as the shot clock goes. I would say that if the shot clock is implemented, and I believe maybe one day it probably will be, but it will be against the majority.
I agree with you on some of those things. The only one thing that I would disagree with is a lot of it is the coaches want it, and even a lot of the ADs want it. If you go back and look at the stats of that poll, who don't want it is administration for those things right there because, and I'm not trying to be hateful, but they don't want to do the extra work. They don't want to go find somebody and pay them $20 or $30. They don't want to change. People don't like change, and like basketball changes, whether we want to admit it or not, it changes. Like back in Jimmy's day, there was no 3-point line, and
No.
and now there's a 3-point line.
Yeah.
The game.
I would have went from averaging 9.6 a game to
Easy.
11.2. Yeah, look it up.
Yeah,
Look it up.
And all the other states around us do have it, and I'm not saying that's why we need it, but I think it adds another element to the game that's going to get more people out there watching. It's going to be funner to play. We got to play with it this year at NBCA. They did a little summer deal at Kansas City, and it really don't affect the game that much. I think we got a violation or 2 on offense the whole weekend, but it makes your defense better because there's so many little twerks you could do to your defense, especially like there's 10 seconds on the shot clock now. So they're going to set ball screen. Well, we're going to blitz the ball screen and really just kind of muck it up a little bit right there at the end. You can do some coaching stuff in there that I think that I'm kind of would be excited about to learn on that front of it.
Yeah. Well, we talked about, like, we watch Molly Miller, who Molly Miller is.
Yeah, you guys mention her about every podcast. You guys got her number? Or?
Well, we're president of the Molly Miller fan club.
Heck yeah.
But she has her teams. They're dead deny first pass. They're in dead deny.
Yeah.
On the first pass, just
to screw with the other people's offense, and you can do other stuff like that. And I mean, you're a good defensive guy too. I've called Brett before and that's when we kind of changed our philosophy on which way we're going to force you know, and you talked about, you just think it's so much harder for high school kids to drive baseline and then make a good decision out of that and get a good shot out of that. So, I mean, there's things you can add to that I think could make you better. But I understand the other side of it, but I think it's coming one way or another.
I wish I would have brought that, because I printed that off last week of what the polling said. The first poll from Michigan, and then the last one, of course, was just one. Each school had one vote.
Right.
And you're right, the coaches were in favor of it, like 56% to 44% overall, but there's also like 250 schools that didn't vote.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's probably the small schools, in my mind, that didn't get their coaches didn't vote on it. I think if you did it and every school voted, I think even the coaches would not be in favor of it.
I know that at one of those meetings, the Michigan guy, he was upset because not everybody voted. And I was like, well, we get 1,000 emails a day. Not everybody sits there and reads every single one of them. Goes, you got to make it mandatory, like make it a part of the thing to get an accurate.
They make everything else mandatory.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you get fined if you're, you know,
Pitch count ain't in 24 hours and all that,
Yeah.
which you know a little bit about that, Jimmy. We had to pay a couple fines for you last year.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah.
I really am, you know, that he forgot to do something.
That probably means I forgot to do it. So.
So, by the way, you were talking about the Hartville Crazies. We have the Woo Crew, but we also have something pretty special here, too. It's called Donette Nation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't play.
They we have the best girls basketball fans in the
Where'd you come up with that at? Maybe like Cardinal Nation or?
Donette Nation.
From
I don't
St.
remember
Louis?
where they came from.
I got Eagle Nation on the back of my truck.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, we got
Is
little
that the
sticker.
1975?
yeah,
It's all
that's
come
your-
from the Cardinal stuff.
Yeah.
Cardinal Nation, right?
Yes. By the way, you're driving the same truck you've driven since you've been 19 years old. That's
I fixed a U-joint the other day. I'm good. Probably another 175,000.
yeah. So let's talk. You know, we talked about hunting a little bit a while ago. Let's talk about some of the sizes of the bucks on your wall.
Okay.
Like Coach put a picture up when people watch this podcast of your typical buck.
No, I seen the picture. I seen the picture, and I got to thinking about where that came from, and that is actually, I think, one of the scrubs you killed, the double F that I was holding up.
No, wrong. That would be wrong. In fact, 2 or 3 years ago, I was getting ready to come up to your place for the Hartville golf tournament on a Friday, and Steve Sanders, our buddy Steve Sanders, calls me and says, "Jimbo, when you get to Brett's house," he said, "when you walk in the door," he said, "you're going to notice it anyway, but just in case you don't, when you walk in the door, take a look up there on the left at the new deer mount." And it was it was a
It wasn't
12-inch spread 6-point. And it was mounted. True story.
That's $475, man.
Yeah.
What the crap?
It's 500 now.
I guess I had a little ground shrinkage.
You know, Jimmy.
Maybe it matched the decor in the house.
Well, yeah, it went right along with all the other bucks on the wall.
I seriously, I cannot believe that you brought up bucks on wall. I've been in your house. What about, I think this was brought up last week. There's a little something in your trailer, and her name is Sophie.
Yeah,
You can, see this right here, folks? You can touch your fingers around her neck. Just like this. It's that small.
That was a mature doe. First,
I ain't never heard anybody mounting a doe.
well, that was my first deer kill.
Maybe that's
I
what
was
happened
like
with the
21.
It's 21 years.
Don't ask me how it took me to 21 to kill a deer, but it did.
He's killed about 6 cents.
Oh, God.
And he's 85.
Yeah. How many bow kills? How many bow kills?
Bucks or does?
Period. Well, let's do bucks.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a crossbow?
Yeah.
Don't count.
Don't stop.
He's got one more buck.
Yeah, somebody showed me a picture of this great big old deer killed the other day. Had a crossbow with it. I was like, that don't count.
Yeah, no, that counts. It counts.
He's got one more buck killed than he does state championship.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Dagger.
3. I'll throw those 3 words right back.
That's
at
okay. I got roasted by some kid a while ago. Said, "Hey, there's some guy here with 4 state championship rings. You don't have one." Said, "Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah, speaking of getting roasted.
Go get a haircut."
I got roasted at, I took Chet to the softball game yesterday, and I got roasted by your sister, Haley. said it looked like I was wearing these pants, which, by the way, are in. These are in.
You got the same pants on?
Well,
He said it, folks.
You
You heard it
heard
first.
it? He said
He
it.
wore his
I
leggings.
was
yesterday.
there. I
He said leggings. That's what
yeah,
she called
said
it.
it.
Leggings.
I was going to quit wearing black leggings. These are not leggings. These are in. These are, yeah. You know, the straight leg deal you guys got going
I
on.
think they're joggers. Men would call them joggers. I think
okay.
that's what it is.
I did watch them last night.
Nice of
too.
you to dress up today for the podcast. too, I noticed.
Well, I got Mr. Pink over there.
Hey, this is my Florida shirt. I'm
Team-
out of clothes. This
Team,
is,
Team Sitka over there.
Sitka, yeah.
Team Sitka, yeah. So speaking of Bucks,
what does that mean?
Team Sitka.
Yeah, what's that mean?
Well, you usually always
Say
got
it with
something-
your chest if you're going to say it.
You usually always got something Sitka on.
What's the problem with that, Jimmy?
I didn't say there was a problem with that. I just said Team Sitka.
All right, good.
Okay. Speaking of Bucks,
Hey, before you go on, there's guys out there on Space Page and Crap Chat that say the guys that wear Sitka
Here we
are
go.
exactly like guys that hunt with a crossbow.
Oh, no.
It's,
Oh,
heard
God.
that.
We're going to fight pretty
okay,
soon.
so now you can join in the roast
Holy
fest
cow.
now. Yeah, let's go.
yeah, I took
Let's
away
go.
my only.
Yeah, you took away your only ally you had right
That's
there.
it.
That's
Gloves
it.
off.
Not smart.
Didn't think
Not-
that one through.
Not smart. Speaking of Bucks, it is. I'm going to have to tell our listeners and our viewers
Oh boy.
that you might be the first person that I've ever heard of in the world that has mounted a roadkill deer.
It ain't true. It ain't true. It's
That is true.
Like Euro mount or the full shoulder.
There's full shoulder
No, it
mount.
ain't. I don't
Yes,
believe
it is.
It's not.
Roadkill deer.
That's not entirely true. Do I get a chance to defend myself here?
Come on, man.
Yeah, and then I'll have a rebuttal. Go ahead.
I shot a deer with a bow. Couldn't find it. Several days later, as a crow flies, a mile away ish,
Ish.
Ish.
It's about 4 or 5
I
miles
found
away.
a deer on the side of the road, and it was the deer that I shot with the bow. It had the,
Oh, God.
it had the arrow. It had the wound. I'm telling you.
Do you have any evidence? What's your evidence?
All right. I should have never even went down this rabbit hole. I'm just going to let. Okay.
Another call. That was another call from your buddy Steve Sanders. He said, "You're not going to believe this, Brett. It's mounting a roadkill deer."
I'm not picking my buddies very well. Sanders,
So
you're out.
thanks, Steve.
You're out of the band.
But anyway, it is on his wall, a roadkill deer.
Good Lord.
I shot the deer. I didn't kill it.
So
Some 90-year-old in Oldsmobile.
I told Coach about this, but I'm going through some pictures the other day. I don't know at the Double F, and I come across a picture when we were at the Springfield Cardinals game with Mom and Dad. True story.
I was 20.
No, you are not.
Okay.
Okay.
Why are you so frugal when you're 20?
He's frugal. Yeah, we're going to get into that too. But anyway, we go up for their 50th wedding anniversary, and one of the things they want to do goes to Springfield Cardinal game. So we got a bunch of family up there. So we take a picture after the game. There's everybody in the picture, and there's Brett with about 40 Springfield Cardinal cups. He has collected after the game to take home and wash so he doesn't have to buy red Solo cups. True story. True?
True.
True.
I know.
Yeah, they
got
say about
nothing.
that,
What's
Coach.
going on? What's wrong?
Trying to save a
Get
little
a
cash. Coach.
gambling addiction or what's going on here?
I've been known to gamble some.
Oh, boy.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got to keep this
we're
family
gonna-
friendly.
Yeah, we're not going to get into the gambling.
Honestly, I still have about 4 of those cups.
I'm sure you do. Oh, we heard. Do you remember the story yesterday that Haley told us that Maggie told her about the food? About
Oh, the fajitas.
so
Oh my gosh.
when Jamie passed away,
Yep.
which was December the 23rd, 24th.
Give me a day.
Okay, so a lot of people were very thoughtful and brought us a bunch of food. Well, there was a bunch left over, so you took the fajitas.
Mexican fajitas,
Yeah.
and a frozen.
What other
And
kind
you
of
froze them,
fajitas are
and-
there?
And yeah, is there a different kind of?
Walked into that one.
Come on, man.
All right.
So you took them and froze them, and you're still eating on them.
No, I threw him away last week.
It's October 11th.
Yeah, because
It's October.
because Maggie told Haley,
No reason to wait.
Maggie told Haley, thank God we had a last bag of fajitas. So,
This is bad.
hey, we're only at
Hey, thanks,
we're only
man,
at 30.
for getting with him. Okay.
We're only at 36 minutes. We got plenty of time. So
What's the time limit? About 9.
so Coach,
Walk out.
when we have a family gathering, we got this little group text, and like everybody's supposed to bring a food dish. We just always tell Brett to go ahead and bring us Clover Valley products. It's always
It's
saved.
dollar store.
It's a dollar.
Clover Valley's dollar store.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Dollar General, ain't it? Ain't that right?
Yeah, I think.
There's not a single issue with Clover Valley products.
Well, my
It's a
dad used to
quality
tell me
product.
it's all made in the same place.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't believe that.
Well, I've ate always saved corn now, for my entire life, and saved up enough money. I bought me an e-bike the other day.
No.
A what?
And those e-bikes,
For hunting purposes?
yeah,
Oh, I want one. I want one bad.
they're pretty cool.
but they're not cheap either.
There is really
He's saving Cardinal Cup so he can buy an e-bike.
Priorities.
There is really a comment I'd like to make about that, but I can't on this program today.
You big sis.
I am so glad that you weren't there the first time I rode it back, though, because I come up the hill of the driveway and wiped out.
Coach, what are you doing on your phone?
I'm sorry. I'm answering live questions right now.
Well,
Oh, no.
you've got live questions?
No, because we're not live. Come on,
Oh,
man.
God. You got me, too.
Daggum.
I mean, is that
It's
that
important.
podcast related?
It is important.
Is it podcast related?
No.
Okay. All right. I guess another thing we need to talk about, I don't know, it's been back about 10 or 15 years ago. We decided, some of the older guys decided to play softball on Friday night, me included. One night we only had like 9 show up. We have to have Brett play. He's only like 24, 25.
That's the prime of life.
You're thinking, well, he's going to be okay. He struck out swinging on 3 pitches.
No, I wasn't swinging.
Oh, you got
I watched the third
Which
one,
is
and
worse.
Brad Jenkins punched me out. I noticed he commented on Facebook yesterday. I took a picture with Riley. He said, "Don't give her hitting lessons."
I saw that. I'm gonna see Brad.
Saturday,
Big
I may
Naylor
have to-
Green for his view. Yeah,
I may make a cameo for that one.
yeah. They were.
I was outside, by the way.
Well,
Brad, I was outside.
nothing like taking a 2-strike pitch and slow pitch softball. What, you trying to walk or what?
At the time, Jimmy, it was probably my best option.
Good, great. I remember the first softball experience with Jimmy. We played an alumni game at the school versus the kids. And I don't know, I was young. I was probably 24, 25. And, I'm used to playing shortstop. And we're all getting out there in positions. And, well, Jimbo's going to shortstop. I'm looking at yeah, right, really? I mean, he wasn't a physical specimen
Not
out
like I
there.
am now.
Not like he is now.
Yeah.
I mean, little round and there ain't no way. So I'm in the outfield. There's this smoke hit right up the middle. I was like, all right, I'm going to go get it. Here he goes. He flops down there, full extension, gets it, throws him out. And I'm like, okay, there's a reason that I'm not playing short. And he is because
You were there for this. I've never seen that happen when I played with him.
I seen it. Now, that was
This,
18 years
Yeah,
ago,
yeah,
something
it's
like
been a
that. It's a
while.
long time ago.
yeah, it's been a while.
That's still pretty impressive. 'cause
Yeah,
what-
he had the range. I was like, there ain't no way he's
Yeah.
getting to that.
Yeah, he's
no
prob-
chance.
I mean, he's what, 64, 18 years ago? About 64?
I'm not 64.
Oh, I thought you were.
Yeah. And by the way, if we really want to get on age, if we really want to get on things with age, you're at a crucial juncture in your life. And let me tell you why.
Should wear a hat. Should wear a hat into it.
You want
You are
you want my
either-
Sitka hat?
You, first of all, you are either going to have to just let it go completely gray, which looks like is about to happen, or you're going to have to get just for men. What is that called? That's not, what? I mean,
Okay.
I can't.
just for men, you're going to have to do something.
Hey, I got the same problem. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to ease up.
Boy, you were smart.
My
enough-
wife really likes it, so
yeah,
I think it's popular with the ladies. The,
Oh, the
salt and pepper look.
Yeah.
You went straight salt, so you're
Yeah,
out.
I'm straight salt.
Before I walk out of here and go down to Randy Cates' office for my bullying harassment form, I am going to defend myself a little bit here. Well, I guess I'm going to tell a story.
All right.
I'll just tell a
It
story.
is story time, I
Oh
think.
boy.
I was sitting on the stage in high school. Jimmy walks in, okay, and it's back when him and Lynette were together, and I guess she'd put that Just for Men in his hair. And it was jet black. What hair he had, you know.
That was my natural hair color, jet black.
And
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
he walks through there, and I'm kind of looking at him like this, and he's like, "What?" Like, "Don't worry, Jimmy, nobody will notice."
That's not true.
Hey,
It
by
was
the
jet
way,
black.
Not true.
let's
Never
just
used
throw
it.
this out here right
I
now.
never use Just for Men. That's not true.
If you use Just for Men, it's the most noticeable thing of all time.
Yeah.
I had a former coaching colleague, which I won't say his name on the show. He was putting Just
Give
for
me a hint.
He still works here.
Age?
No, that's all you get. I can't do
He
it.
still works here?
Yeah, kind of. So anyway, he put Just for Men in his beard. Just for Men in his beard, and he's early 30s at this time, and I'm like, what's going on? It's like you can just tell. It's the most obvious thing of all time when anybody ever used Just for Men.
Yeah.
So I have been told by other people that you did use Just for Men too, Jimmy. I just kept it close to
That is strictly a rumor. And
We forgive you.
That has never been proven. That is strictly a rumor.
You haven't lately.
Yeah, no.
That's obvious. Are you going to volunteer at Heritage Park at Christmas time this year? I'm Saint Nick for have kids come sit on your lap. What is going
Okay.
on?
Okay. All right.
Oh, I did have a question from a viewer that they wanted me to ask you. It might have been Sanders, actually, since we've talked about Sanders.
What?
He said, ask Jimbo, he's been pondering this, ask Jimbo, where does a bald man stop washing his face and start washing his hair? Is it like right in here? 'Cause I knew you would know, since
Yeah,
you got
that's-
about 7 of them.
That's a real good one. That's real funny. Yeah. That's funny.
That's Sanders.
Yeah. That wasn't Sanders. That was you. Another thing, Coach, you didn't know, our family, we've got coaches in our family.
Yeah.
Bo coached, Rob Brown coached, I coached, Brett coached. We took a poll a couple weeks ago. Brett got voted the 4th best coach in the family. And guess what? At this table right here, he's the 3rd best coach.
Well, I've got these here in my pocket. I've been wanting to break these out for the viewers.
Just
anyway.
keep them
Don't
in
do
there.
it.
Just set
I'm
these
a
out
pro.
here.
Just
Set
keep them
these
in
up.
there.
You don't touch these.
Yeah.
I better put 'em back.
You better put them up. You better put them up.
So your polls that you guys took on the best coaches in the family, is that kind of like the polls I'm seeing between Trump and Kamala right now? 'Cause
Yeah.
she's got a little small lead, I think, in some of these polls. I'm
yeah.
seeing.
The
Somebody's
polls are
crazy.
skewed. They're
Yes,
skewed.
and so are the ones at the house.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
Well, it's about story time, boys.
Yeah. And I don't think I got one.
I don't think I got one either.
We don't have a story.
Brett, you got another story on
story?
Jimmy? Come on, you got to have something.
Yes, I do.
All right.
So we were at the Double F for deer season tradition, and opening day. This happens a lot. It's his claim to fame. I'm gonna kill opening day. I always kill opening day.
Well, don't I? Don't I always?
What you used to call yourself, Jimmy? I don't remember.
I don't either.
Anyway, it was something ridiculous, as you can imagine. But he's sitting out there opening day, and we're here, pow, 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 and this goes on. And anyway, we were all in a text group. He's like, guys, I need help. I'm out of bullets. And he has shot this deer, and I don't know if there was a hole in this deer's body. Like I think he shot it in the base of the horn and stunned it. But he sat there. Rob had to go get him more bullets, and I don't know, probably from 1976. He talks about me, Clover Valley Products. You got the 1976 Remington still up there.
Yeah.
Anyway, he shot at this deer. When it was all said and done, I think it was 8 times. 8 times he shot, and there's one hole that we thought grazed its horn, and it died. I mean, it was dead. But I don't know. I think he gave it a heart attack.
Died of heart
I
attack.
hit it a little high. Okay.
Oh, and then
No, not like that.
Was it the year before? I think he shot one aiming behind the shoulder and did actually hit it right above the eye.
I tried. No.
You were not aiming at this.
I-
I
that
don't think
deer
he
was
used
coming-
his scope that year.
No.
Oh, he don't use his scope
I
at
don't
all.
have to. I don't have to use scope. Iron sights. That's me.
All right, Daniel Boone.
Yeah.
Jimmy
No, that deer
Buckpole.
was.
Buckpole. Jimmy Buckpole is what he called himself. It comes to me now.
Stop it.
Yes.
Stop it.
Jimmy Buckpole.
That deer you're talking about, that's the only shot I had. And I wasn't trying to shoot in the eye. I was trying to shoot it right there. I just missed about that much. It was coming right at
Was
me.
it a
So-
buck?
Yeah, it was a buck.
Another scrub.
Wasn't a scrub. It was a 10-point. No, wrong.
Every one of them on your wall, they're all the same. They're basket wrapped.
I got a
18 pins.
story almost similar to this.
Okay.
My brother, who's left-handed, bless his heart, but
Yeah.
he struggles sometimes in the deer woods. It's like we always want him to kill a deer.
What do you mean struggles in deer
Well,
woods?
you know, he wants to get his bag of candy out, and he's watching the Netflix show. And,
okay.
and you pick him up. There ain't no deer out here. There ain't no deer out here. Or on the way home, he'd be like, "Well, sometimes it's good just to get to go because he knows that ticks me off."
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to pick him up, and I get over the crown of the hill, and there's deer in the field in front of him, and I'm like, "Why aren't you shooting him?" It's just a doe. I said, "Well, kill it. You get a doe
Yeah.
tag, kill it."
Yeah.
So we back the truck up down the hill. All of a sudden, you just start hearing pow, pow, pow. I mean, he's just firing shots off left and right, and he's using my gun, my 308, which he ain't used before. And the deer might have been a little long for him, probably 100 yards. And we get there, and he has shot all four legs. All four legs are just like broken in pieces. And it was another one of those, the poor deer died from a heart attack. I got a picture of him. He's got like all four legs like folded up. So sometimes you just got to keep shooting them until they die.
I do have one little story. I don't know if you remember about 4 or 5 years ago, Logan was going to hunt.
Yeah.
And he was going to, and we had so many people out there hunting opening morning that I actually didn't have a place to go. I was just going to go stand on the edge of the field. Well, Logan texted me about 4 o'clock, 4:30 Saturday morning, opening day, says he can't make it. So I've been talking smack, on that Friday night before, and I'm like, I woke up Saturday morning, I'm like, oh boy, I don't have a place to hunt. So anyway, I went and sat in Logan's spot, which the chair, usually the doe spot, not it's about 75 yards behind the house. You don't expect to see a buck. What I do.
I don't remember.
I do. nice 8-point on my wall. And we were in Bo heard me shooting, and I sent Bo a picture. And he texted Brett and said, you might just want to go back to Hartville now because Jimmy is going to be.
Yes, he did.
In rare form.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'd like to thank our sponsors, Semo Fence and Deck, Jared Dutton. So he's sponsor of this week's show. Check him out. And if you guys want to sponsor the show, get your name out there to about 4 or 5 people. No, we got about 700. So
Oh, yeah.
it'll be a good opportunity for you. A little bit more details on the ammo giveaway. Remember when we dropped this podcast, drop it. Jimmy likes to say drop it.
Yeah.
You got to like, share, comment, and subscribe to YouTube. We're going to put you in a random selector, and you're going to get a box of ammo from Coach's Beef. So check those guys out.
And make sure you follow, like, and share their Facebook page.
Right. We got T-shirts. We got the merch. It's going to be on sale
Merch line.
till Monday. We're cutting it off on Monday, so get that in. If you watch the show this weekend, it's going to be a good time. But thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thanks for coming, Brett.
It's been a pleasure. Like I said, I'm headed down to Randy's office right now. Graduated with Randy. I'm going to get my bullying harassment.
Attaboy. But you got anything else, Jimmy?
Nope, I'm good.
For Jimbo Blackwell and Brett Reed, I'm Adam Epps. This is Ball, Bucks, and Beards. We're out of here. See y'all.
See ya.